My Brian walked past me while this like guy is eating me out, and he stops in his tracks and looks at me and was like, and so I'm like, this guy hypnotized me into sucking his dick is what it fucking probably happens.
Hey guys, it's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Broco Therapy, and guess the fuck what? We got Layla from the Unmasked Project podcast back on the pod. And for those who are just tuning in, Layla is the person that invited me to my first sex party ever. And now I'm proud to say I've been to my second sex party. All thanks to Layla and all thanks to Michael from The Play. On this week's episode, I talk about my second play party ever with Layla and all the different experiences and stories and moments that will forever go down in history. I literally had the best time ever. So shout out to The Play for throwing such an amazing party. You guys should follow them on Instagram at theplay.la. If you ever want to go to a party, I suggest you start keeping tabs on them because they throw such phenomenal parties. As always, if you enjoy this podcast, give us a 5-star review, tell your friends, show some love, and I hope you enjoy this episode after the break. Broke girl therapy.
The guys that were in band or that were like in, no, I feel like
Choir.
Yeah. Or theater.
Theater, yeah.
Oh, those theater boys fuck great. They do. They're enthusiastic.
They're just excited to be here.
Yes.
And they also are very performative in a good way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They know when to moan. They know when to not.
Yeah.
I like
They know their
boys.
cues.
They know their cues. They're yes ands.
Yeah. That's hilarious. What were you like in high school?
Oh my God. I was such a pick-me. I was so insecure. I also didn't hit puberty until I was like 16. I didn't start my period until I was like way older. And so I had like no body, like little teeny tiny skinny, pale, red hair. I feel like I was a chameleon, so I would join different groups. I'm like, oh, I'm a skater this month, and now I'm in theater this month, and now I'm, and then I was just like, I was very much the party girl that people had to pick up out of ditches. I was the one that was too much. I didn't know how to control myself. I was so insecure. I just wanted people just to like me or talk to me or anything. But I was very active in theater. I did cheerleading until I got kicked out. I was a troubled kid. I was like a troubled child. But at
least you were still like doing things, like I think being involved in activities.
Yeah. I was.
You weren't just
active.
troubled and just like being in your corner and not being like,
Right. I tried my best, but like I almost didn't even get to walk at my graduation because I was drunk on our senior field trip and I peed on the back of the bus and it went down a hill.
Oh my God.
So everyone's picking up their bags and I'm a whole fucking mess.
No, it's okay.
But that's what I was like in high school. It wasn't great.
Yeah. I mean, for me in high school, I was like, I don't know. It's weird because I don't think I had like a label. Like I wasn't a skater girl. I wasn't this, but I almost kind of like relate to just Lizzie McGuire in a sense where you're just kind of like in the middle, but you're friends with everyone. You're nice to everyone. And you may have your occasional like frenemies or situations, whatever. But like Lizzie wasn't the popular one,
right.
but she wasn't the nerd. She was just kind of just like chilling. Like that was me. But I also like, I love to sing too. So I was in choir, but I got kicked out because I couldn't even reach a 2.0.
Oh.
So I like so everyone was just kind of like, all my friends were in choir and theater, but I couldn't join because I never had good grades. Really? I'm surprised I even graduated.
Were you stupid or something? No, I was all right. Did you like have ADD or
yeah, for sure. Undiagnosed 1000%, because it was like, I just was just very disinterested, ADD type shit. And I feel like it just went undiagnosed and I probably felt like I was a lot stupider than I actually was. I feel like now I know it's like, you are, Steph, you were a very smart woman, but I just didn't know that,
Yeah, I know. I can relate entirely.
Yeah.
I wasn't diagnosed with ADD until last year.
Dang.
So I did the brain scans. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the brain scans, they're like, there's 7 different types, and you have type 4. And so, they were able to tell me what type I have and exactly, like, the plan that I should, like, what diet I should be on.
I want to go do a brain scan.
Yeah. Insurance doesn't cover it, of course.
How much was it?
I think it was like $7,000.
Damn.
It comes with like 2 brain scans, but then like for like the whole year, you have access to like nutritionist, psychiatrist, like all sorts of stuff. So it's like a one-stop shop. So it's expensive, but it's worth it.
Yeah, because it's not just like they scan you and that's it.
Right.
Like it actually comes with like services.
Yeah, it's not a psychiatrist being like, let's guess.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
so
Which
they can
was
look at
pretty
my
much
brain.
my situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, bitch.
Bitch.
We have so much to talk about.
I know. I have been wanting to call you so fucking bad or text
Really?
you. I'm just like, I want to talk about
Everything.
the play and what happened on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. Well, I'm gonna do an intro and I'm gonna let them know. But we went to a sex party. Well, this was the second sex party that you brought me to, but this one was a lot bigger. The first one was like more of like a kickback, even though people were making fun of me for saying the word kickback.
I still say it, right?
I know, right? Millennials, it's fine. But this one was like a huge event, which I'll have Michael on the pod and we'll talk about the event more in detail. But so that like this was like ticketed with catering, and I could not stop thinking about the catering all week. I was like, I wonder what food they're gonna have.
They had a whole spread of like
Yeah.
the most delicious fruits and like Ike sandwiches, and they had a crepe daddy who came. Did you see the crepes?
The fucking crepes.
I know. I forgot too. I forgot. There was. I was there for like 8 hours, and I still didn't hit all the stations and like things to do.
There were so many things.
So many things to do, and like the little
Yeah.
cuties that would walk around with the trays and like feed you grapes like while you're fucking. Like it was like precious, right?
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay, where do we even begin?
I have questions.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna interview you.
Okay. Oh my god.
Welcome to Broke Girl Therapy.
Yeah.
I'm Layla, your
Layla
host.
takeover.
So first you did an interview with them, correct?
Yes, we did an interview, and then me and Brian also had to get checked.
Right. Your
And
SDI
so that
check.
was a whole mission because it was all like within a week, and we were kind of scared that we weren't even gonna make it because test results. But shout out to AHF. Seriously, it like came in a day.
Yeah,
so,
they're easy breezy.
Yeah,
They're
even though they're like 5 to 7 business days. Nah, that bitch came in like a day.
See, we
later.
don't have an AHF or anything like that in Orange County, so I have to go to urgent care every time, and they're like, "Why are you getting tested?" And I'm like, "I have multiple partners," and they like see my ring, and they're like, "Well, but like, did you expose?" And I have to just
Like, did you cheat on your husband?
My favorite thing to do to anybody that it's warranted for, I'll be like, I go to sex parties and I get fucked by a lot of people. So you need to check my asshole, check my throat, because they don't want to swab my asshole and they don't want to check for like HSV or like other things that they're like,
You're like, I need all holes to be looked at.
Yeah, because I mean, I work in medical billing, so I know everything is based off medical necessity. So I know that I need to go in there and not like lie or even bend the truth. I just need to actually just be really fucking honest. But there have been times where I'm like, like there was an exposure. A friend I hooked up with came up positive for something. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. Don't come for me, Anthem. But you kind of have to just lie sometimes.
Right.
To get it done, or else you're paying hundreds of dollars to get it done, which like stdcheck.com I think is what I've used before, but it was like $200 for all of it. It was a lot. Dang. But you got your test results, and that was good to go.
Good to go.
Good to go. And the interview, so how long was the interview process for you?
30 minutes.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yeah. I think Rachel's was only like 10.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe.
Actually, so they talked to you and they're like, we got to dig deeper with this one. Like, we're not quite sure.
I don't know. We were vibing. Me and, like, it was Minnie. Shout out to Minnie. Like, we were vibing, like, really hard. Like, I really was hoping she'd be there, but she wasn't. Aww. So it was kind of just like we were kicking it.
Cute.
Yeah.
Okay. What were your expectations going into the play?
Honestly, I had none at all. I wasn't expecting to do anything, but I wasn't going to be close to the idea. I just really I was just excited just to be there, I think, more than anything. Like, I really had no expectations.
Like, I
really did not.
How did you feel? So you walk in and tell me more about like what you saw, how you felt.
Yeah. So, I mean, the whole day I was kind of like getting really nervous. I was like, holy fuck. Like, I'm really nervous to go to this thing. And I think it just, Brian explained it perfectly. It's just like going to the first day of school. Like, you don't know, you know, maybe your new teacher, your class, whatever. So it was just really this like unknown of, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. And I don't know if I don't know. I was terrified, honestly. But when we got there, we saw Rachel and Ian right away. Shout out to Rachel and Ian. It was also their first time.
It was so nice to meet her in person.
She loves you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Loves and adores Ian
I adore
too.
her.
They all of us, we all love and adore you so much. Like we were at Denny's afterwards, and I know that's like skipping towards the end, but like we were just saying like, man, like we love Layla. Like you were such a joy to have there, but we'll get to that. Like I'll be like saying I love you so many times.
I'm gonna say that to you too.
Yeah, but yeah, and when we got there, I think it was fine. I mean, I was with like people who also it was their first time.
A lot of newbies. There was a lot of newbies
there. Was
there.
a lot of newbies there.
A lot of. I would say a quarter of the people there were brand new.
Oh wow,
Mm-hmm.
That's really. How did you know?
It's just how it is. That's how the play is.
Okay.
Is they really cater to people that are new to parties because the play really wants to help to set the foundation of what a party should look like, right? And so they cater to a lot of newbies, and that's why I always encourage people to either go to the play or Mystery Temple or Lovely Fate for their first ones because it's like it is very curated for those that are new.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because also the stations, like you're never like feeling awkward because there's a billion things you could be doing.
Yeah, and I do love that there was a lot of one, like just, you know, a bit of like security also, and you know, like also those angels that are walking around, like there's always like someone there to help and like answer any questions. So I did like the access to that. So I did feel really good about that. But honestly, I was just kind of like, me and Rachel would joke because we were just acting like we were just going to a party, you know, and so we would have to catch ourselves being like, oh no, we're going to a sex party, like we're like we're about to be really bonded, you know. And we were laughing too because this was the first time like me and Brian have hung out with Rachel and Ian, like the four of us together. We've always been like, we need to do we need to do like a double date. We need to do a double date. And just like timing just never happened. But this was like our first double date at
the sex party.
And I just think that like afterwards I'm like, we need to go on double dates like all the time. Like we're totally bonded. So I think in that way, like that's one of the best parts of my night. But once I got there, I just felt like I was just at a party.
Right?
You know, like, I mean, again, like you're not walking in and to people fucking, like everyone's just kind of like just chilling.
The first couple hours, no one is really playing or naked or anything.
Nothing.
Everyone's vibing and having a drink and sitting
like,
in the
feel
pool.
like I'm at a fucking party. Yeah.
Right.
So it didn't feel like weird. But there was this underlying thing of like, oh my God, it's going to happen later, you know? So that was like the feeling. It was just kind of like, okay, what's going to happen?
It was so funny when you guys were on the couch like later in the night and I was just like sitting on the ground talking to you guys and both you and Rachel would go, and I'm like, what? And I like turn around, they're like, oh, he's naked. You like would forget that you were like at a party. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's a thing. And you're like, I just can't get used to it yet.
I know, because that's like, me and Rachel kept doing that because we kept like acting like we're just going to a party, like even just like the week you know, planning and adding up, you know, before the event. So we were just like, yeah. So I think in those moments again, we're like, wait, we're at a sex party. Like we're not just here like at a fucking party, you know? So I think I felt very comfortable the fact that I was with people who are also new to this. So we were also like, we could really like just lean on each other of what our thoughts were and stuff like that. And, I mean, of course you were such a great guide, and then we get to like the speeches and everything, and then we get to the consent speech, and then we get to the intimacy.
Yes, I want to know, what did you think about that? Because I know that can be really intimidating for some people.
I don't do well in those things,
like the eye gazing, like find a stranger, stare into their eyes. It can be a lot, and I didn't do it for a good couple of my first events with them.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that yet, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe if it was later on or like, or I don't know, or if you had the choice to, not just like, oh, go do it.
Oh, you had the choice.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people walked away.
Oh.
I probably should have told you that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just kind of just going with it, but I probably should have just listened more. or just stood up for myself a little bit.
Well, we're like laughing.
I know we were having a good time. I was vibing, so I wasn't thinking about. And also, I didn't realize that I would not like it yet. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So,
did you do it with a stranger?
So at first I did it with Brian, which was still like,
even that
was kind of like, okay, you know. I laugh because in the beginning of our relationship, he's a Cancer. I don't know if you're into
I don't understand it, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's a Cancer. He's super like sensitive and emotional, and I'm an Aquarius, and I kind of struggle a little bit with that. And I remember when we first started dating, one of the things that he told me is like, oh, like one day we should just, you know, sit down and like look at each other's eyes and like be intimate, whatever. And I just like busted out laughing, and I was like, I don't want to do that. What the fuck are you thinking? Like, that's weird and crazy. But that's just because I may have like a fear of intimacy. Yeah,
no, I get that. Like seeing, like, because when you're staring into someone's eyes, you haven't met them before, you haven't had any conversation, you don't know what they sound like, what they're like, anything. You get no vibe, and you're staring into their eyes for 45 seconds to a minute, and you're staring into their fucking soul.
And I'm just like, don't fucking look at me, like don't. What the fuck?
What are you looking at?
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm also like, can you just crack a joke? Like, can we? If we were laughing and doing it, I think I would have been fine. And maybe I'd need to unpack that in therapy or something. But so the first time I did it was with Brian, and of course, like, it was weird, but it was also like it was okay to laugh. Like, I could be a little bit more myself with it, even though I was like so awkward doing it. But then when it was like, oh yeah, like go switch to a stranger or switch to somebody else, I was like, what? I gotta do this with someone else. Ray, that guy Ray.
Yes. We just interviewed him an hour ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, stop.
Yeah, him and his partner Andy came on, and we're like, how was their first party?
Oh, was their first party?
It was their first produced party. So they've been to like sexy kickbacks.
Okay.
But like this was their first.
He looks like he's been
around.
He's been doing this.
Yeah, he's confident, and like he's cool. They're both awesome.
They're super awesome. I really enjoyed both of their energies. However, I did have to do the intimacy. Did he tell you about her?
No, you did it with Ray?
Yeah, I did it with Ray. And he knows how to just look into your soul and just be calm and be very like confident in that.
Yeah.
And
wow, for his first time, I'm impressed.
Yeah, like he was just doing it, and he was like, that's why I'm like, that was his first time. He looks like he goes to these parties. That's insane.
I know.
Okay, good for him.
I know. But my husband likes to do that too. He's like Brian, where he wants like very intentional intimacy. And we did this exercise once where we stared at each other for 5 minutes and we didn't speak and set a timer. And for the first 2 minutes, I'm crawling in my fucking skin. And then by the time the 5 minutes were over, we both just had like tears streaming down our face. And it was actually really sweet.
No, it is. It's a beautiful experience. And a lot of people say a lot of people say that you should do stuff like that, you know, and I understand why they did it. But I think in that moment, I realized I'm not ready to play with anybody.
Okay.
Like, I kind of decided that, like, when I was looking at Ray, and has nothing to do with Ray at all. He's great, and I'm glad that I did that exercise with him. But, you know, like, just seeing him and, like, how confident he was to just do it and not feel like he had to giggle or crack a joke. And I was just like, you know, I'm such a giggly bitch. Like, I you know.
That's how me and Rachel were. Rachel and I partnered. Yeah. And we were, like, giggling the whole time.
I should have partnered with you guys because it just would have been fun. And again, if he was able to be a giggly bitch and do it with me too, maybe. But he was, like, looking into my soul. And I was like, don't look at me. But he was just, you know, I don't know why he's good at eye contact like that, but that man could make some eye fucking contact. And that's exactly what I kept saying throughout the thing. I was like, you have great eye contact.
He does, even when speaking, which I can appreciate that. Yeah. But then sometimes I'm like, oh my God, look away. Blink.
right.
Blink. Blink.
Did you, motherfucker?
Did you or Brian or Rachel or Ian, did anyone play?
No.
Did you guys play with, like, did you play with Brian or did
Rachel
play with Ian? No, okay.
No one played with anybody.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. We just didn't have any, again, we were kind of just chilling, you know?
Yeah.
And we didn't have expectations or anything like that. And so, yeah, like, I think at that intimacy exercise, I was kind of like, oh, I don't think I'm ready to play. I don't think I'm ready to be intimate,
like physically intimate,
with anyone else besides Brian. Obviously that's different, but just like, even if I wanted to like and I guess for me, maybe it was to play outside of Brian, not just obviously with Brian's different, but I was like, yeah, I'm not ready to like be intimate with anyone else just yet. I'm not close to it, but at that moment I was like, oh, I'm not there yet.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so fucking proud of you, because there are plenty of newbies that will go and they feel either pressure to play, or they want to be the cool girl, or they're like, I'm just gonna go for it and then you know, deal with it later, and then they'll regret it, or they feel icky, or they're like, I should have said no. So the fact that you were like, nope, this isn't the right time for me to do that, and you just were confident in that, that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, well, thank you.
It's really fucking cool.
But again, you know, I was also like, no pressure too. I'm not gonna be so like, don't look at me, you know. But I was just like, I just knew at that moment, oh, nothing's probably going to happen tonight, because I don't think I'm like there yet, you know. And again, it's my second play party, you know. I feel like it's really technically my first one.
Yeah, you've been, you were like at 2 in a month.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like, I'm just getting thrown into this, you know. So I was like, I just need to be patient with myself. So yeah, and I think I was just excited to just be there, honestly.
Is there any other stations that you went to, or experiences that you had that you were like, holy shit, this is like really fucking cool, or like, oh shit, I hate that?
There was nothing where I was like, I hate that. As the night progresses, obviously there's like more and more people like having sex, and at one point, I don't know what time it is because we don't have our phone, so I you know, I'm in it, you know, I'm present. But me, Rachel decided to like start rolling.
Yes.
Because I had Molly that's 2 years old, by the way.
So like, I don't know if this is any good. Hours later, she's like, it works.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah. Like honestly, it was like, it's probably not gonna work. It's 2 years old. Like, how could this? No, that can't. That motherfucker's still potent. And it felt so nice. And I'm so glad we rolled.
Good.
And I think it made me feel like a little bit more comfortable, because at one point in the night, everybody was fucking.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You couldn't enter a room without someone fucking.
At one point, I was like, I think only us 4 are not fucking in this house. Everybody was fucking.
Yeah.
And it was also like, I think I also really like to see their reactions, like Rachel, Ian, and Brian's, to just like them seeing certain things. So that to me was like really entertaining.
See, that's why another reason why I love newbies, and why I was like, I'm taking you to a party, and I'm taking you to a party, because I love seeing them be like,
it's like living through them for the first time, like just the brand new experience. It was also really sweet because like Rachel's husband is like the sweetest.
He's a little muffin. We had a moment. Did you see?
Yes.
It was so precious and really
so
sweet.
Precious. I love that man. Rachel, I love your husband.
I do too.
Yeah.
He was really wonderful. And we had a moment where he got really vulnerable and I got really vulnerable. And we spent like 20 minutes just kind of like talking about our traumas. And it was so sweet because he kept saying, I don't know why I'm telling you this. I'm sorry. And I kept being like, I live for this. I know you now. I don't care what you do for work. I don't care what TV shows you're watching. Like, tell me about your childhood traumas.
I'm literally the same way with people. I'm just like, I don't really care, like, what your playlist or whatever. Like, I need to know who hurt you.
Yes. What made you so funny?
Right. What made you so great?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's like, it was, I think I especially really like to see his reaction because he was very wholesome man.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, very wholesome.
I could tell.
And very sweet. Brian, it was just kind of like just chilling. Like he wasn't too scandalized or taken back by things. Like it almost just was kind of like matter of fact, you know? There was this one girl that he did think was really hot, but I think she might have just been a lesbian because she was only like, I think, playing with women.
Oh, okay, because it was also sponsored by like Skirt Club, which is a bisexual club, so it might have been a lot of girlies just wanting to explore girlies.
So he's like, I just think she's just with the girls. Like, I don't think she's doing that. And that was another thing too, was like, I really wanted, or eventually, maybe I wasn't ready at that time, and obviously wasn't, but I was like, with like women, you know, like I think these types of opportunities is like where I want to do that.
Totally. And I think all newbies should go into it with the expectation of like, I'm not going to play, I'm just going to watch. And if something magical happens, cool. And if it doesn't, like, I'm not going to get my heart broken over it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? When Rachel and I were doing our eye gazing, I had a moment where I almost asked her, where I was almost like, if you're listening, Rachel, whatever. But because she's beautiful.
She's beautiful.
And so when I'm staring into her soul, I almost was like, do you like girls? Or like, I almost asked her that because I wanted to be like, can I maybe kiss you later? I don't know, whatever.
You should have asked.
I got nervous. Because because I also adore her and she's a new friend and I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable because I'm also a new friend for me to be like, take your clothes off, bitch. You know, so I was just like, I'll let it settle. But yeah, I texted all 4 of you guys. I was like, if you guys ever want a third.
Oh my God, I know.
If you ever want a unicorn,
I love that. I was like, first off, I was like, I loved it. I love that you said that. And I was so flattered. And I was just like, well, maybe, but also don't want to like force it too. Like, I'm just like, that's why I was like, I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to be like, hell yeah, let's do it right now. You know, and I'm just like, let's just go with it.
Yeah, if it happens organically, it's not like a fuck no, like I'm not interested, blah, you know, whatever. But like if it's another event or like we're hanging out or whatever, and if it happens, it happens, you know, whatever. Because I really do enjoy having sex with my friends and making my friends feel good. And, you know, like I've been at parties before where I am having a hard time coming and I'm like looking around and I'll see a friend. I'm like, Katie, come here. And I'm like, can you finger me really hard? And she's like, yeah. You know, so it's like we like to make each other feel good.
Because I even told Rachel, and I think Rachel also agreed too. It was just like, you would be so like probably the best person to do that with, you know? Because
thank you. That makes me feel really good.
You're so like non-judgmental. You're so nurturing. You are like, you just know how to like guide and like nurture people. And I just think that is like such a great quality about you.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I remember going to my first parties and being terrified out of my mind. And you can chat GPT the fuck out of how to do this, but like even chat GPT is like, bitch, I don't know. Like it's so I love guiding people into this space in a place where they feel comfortable. And it's so great to, because I've done that before, and then I'll see them at parties a year from now, and I'm like, hey, you know, and they're like, yeah, we're in the space now. So, because I'm so passionate about the lifestyle, like the umbrella, you know, like polyamory, kink, BDSM, E&M, whatever it may be underneath that umbrella. Yeah. I'm so passionate about it because I feel like society obviously just wants us in a box, right? Because it's easier to control us if we're in a box. Yeah. And being in this lifestyle, I feel like I broke out of this box. And even if you took sex off the table entirely, if God or whoever was like, you can't have sex for the rest of your life, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, you said this. I remember that.
And I would still do exactly what I'm doing because it's just like the types of people. And I don't think I could ever go back.
I definitely agree because I feel like, you have the perfect personality for like the poly life, especially. Because I just feel like it's so authentically you.
Thank you.
But I feel like for you, it just like feels so organic and authentic. Like, I don't know. I love the like community aspect. And you're right. Like everyone, it was so nice there.
So nice, right?
So nice. Yeah.
Like the nicest, friendliest people. Okay. Did I tell you I got hypnotized?
Yes. You were telling me. You like came up to me and then that guy even came up and started. Okay. Can you tell the story about the hypnotize?
Yeah. So
I want him to hypnotize me too.
It was wild. Even he, I think, I don't know if he's new to hypnotizing or what, but because afterwards I sobbed like a baby. Yeah. Like up here crying at the sex party. And so he was like, I'm sure he's not going to listen to this. No, but,
I don't think he even.
He probably. He was an older gentleman.
Yes.
And not someone I would be. I know. My Brian said the same thing. My Brian walked past me while this like guy is eating me out, and he stops in his tracks and looks at me and was like, and so I'm like, this guy hypnotized me into sucking his dick is what it fucking probably happens. So
go do it. Yeah.
So there was a big performance happening in one of the rooms, and it was packed full of people. I don't even know what the performance was. Everyone was stoked on it, and I was like on the outskirts, standing next to this guy, and I don't remember how it got brought up. We're just kind of, oh, what's your name? Oh, okay, whatever. And I was saying, I told him I couldn't come without a vibrator. And that's my thing. I've never had an orgasm without a vibrator.
Okay.
I need clitoral stimulation or I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I could fix that. And I'm thinking, okay.
You're like, relax.
Sure. Yeah. All guys are like, I can give you an orgasm.
Right.
Okay. Like I will politely fake it and move on.
Yeah.
But so he was like, no, I'm actually like, I'm a physician and I'm a hypnotist. And I was like, go on. And he was like, well, if you're interested, and I actually really enjoyed his energy. It felt safe to me.
Yeah. He was very nice.
He was a very nice man.
He was
and also,
very welcoming and warm.
I feel safer because everyone was interviewed for 30 minutes beforehand, right? So I know that he's not a psycho. So we went upstairs to the cuddle room. Did you ever go to the cuddle room?
Yes.
Cute, right?
No, it was too small. I wish it was a bigger cuddle.
Yeah.
There wasn't much space in that cuddle room because me and Rachel wanted to cuddle too because we were rolling and we wanted to cuddle together.
Yeah. and
we
like the beds would like, if you were on this side, someone would sit and it would bounce you up over here. So I get it.
Yeah.
But the
that
concept was really cute.
Right. The concept was good.
So him and I lay on the bed. I closed my eyes and I honestly don't even remember what he said or did, but he was like in my ear and doing the whole like sensation thing, like take all your, I literally don't remember what he said, but we were up there for like 20 minutes. And he's like, okay, release the bad energy, breathe in the good energy. Think of a time where you felt the most pleasure sexually like in your life. And I thought of a time with my dom. And he's like, okay, where do you feel it? I was like, I feel it in my chest. He goes, okay, what color is it? And I was like, it's orange. And he's like, when you take a deep breath in, I want that orange to expand. And so I'm like feeling it in my body. And he's like, when I count to 3, I'm going to say climax. And I want you to like push that energy like through your body. And I was like, okay. So I didn't have an orgasm, but I felt this sensation that was so intense that my hands and my feet went numb. And it was so wild and weird. And we did that for 20 minutes. And then afterwards I sobbed.
Wow.
I hold a lot of trauma like physically in my body.
Yeah.
I need to do somatic therapy. And then afterwards we like cuddled and I just like thanked him and we just like talked a little bit more about each other. And then I was like, this guy fucking deserves a blowjob. He's earned it.
Right. Yeah.
And so we're like,
that says a lot because to want to give a blowjob,
yeah, right?
it means something.
Yeah, my jaw's gonna hurt for you.
Yep.
And it did. We had a good time. It was really sweet.
Aww.
I love giving blowjobs when like my mouth first touches their dick and they're like, okay, careful, I'm gonna come. I live for it.
They're like, ooh, they like feel it. You're like,
yeah. Yes. And he kept being like, oh, slow down, I'm gonna come. And I was like, okay. And I would stop and just kind of like stroke. And I'm like, okay, you ready? And he's like, okay. And then it's like barely touching. He's like, oh, I'm gonna come. And I just thought it was hot, so I like it.
Yeah.
And then he went down on me for a while, and it was really cute. Did you see any of that happen, like with me and him?
I didn't see you play with anyone, but I just saw because we were at one point. You like, I think it was after you were done with him. You came over and you're like, I just got hypnotized. And you like told us about it.
Like, what?
You're like, what the fuck? And then we're all just hanging out, mind you, like at this couch while everyone was fucking. The couple on the right was like getting fisted. I couldn't look away.
Were they actually fisting?
Yes.
Shut the I've never seen anyone get
what? It was happening I was watching it like happen and it was weird to see. And I think I was like confused because like he was in there but you could see it like at the bottom like the skin like moving as if like, you know, when you have a pregnant and when you're pregnant and like the baby kicks, like that's how it looks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's why I've never seen anyone get fisted at a party.
Dang.
Yeah. That's cool.
You to it. I know.
You really did. You're a pro.
Yeah, no, but she was full on getting fisted and I was watching.
Hell yeah.
I was just like, you know, I was politely looking.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so you came over and you're like, oh my God, as this person's getting fisted. You're like, as this person's getting fisted, you came over and said some guy hypnotized you and you sucked his dick and you said that you were like, well, I'm in love with him now because he hypnotized me. Yeah. And then we're sitting on this couch. I'm rolling. We're, you know, Rachel's asking us about our favorite relative.
Which kid is your favorite? I was like, today? Okay.
So funny.
She was cute.
Yeah. We were having very deep conversations while everyone was having sex.
Yeah.
But then that guy came over.
The one that hypnotized me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he was just like rubbing your head.
Oh, right.
And your face was just like.
Oh, literally.
The whole time you're like.
Rachel's like, are you hypnotizing her now? Yeah, he's like, no, I'm just rubbing her head. I'm just like drooling.
But he was in it. I kind of wanted him to rub my head.
You should have asked. It was amazing.
I know, but I didn't want to take
taps
away.
into energies. That's what it is he was like tapping into my energy, and then he was just like massaging it.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And we were just asking him about just like the science of all of it, and it was very interesting.
Yeah.
I should have him on a pod or something.
Honestly, I think his name was. Oh, I shouldn't say his name, but I have his.
Right.
I have his phone number actually.
Hilarious.
But did you see the electric play?
I saw the electric play, which I was kind of like interested.
You could try it next time.
Yeah, at one point I thought people were just rubbing the person's back and giving them a massage. I was like, oh my god, group massage! I would love that. And they're like, no. It's like
they're electrocuting.
Oh, okay. And I was like, you know what? Maybe.
It was amazing. That was my first time doing electric play. It was unbelievable.
On your clit, right?
He did it all over my body, and then he did it on my clit. And like as he's doing my body, I was like, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. He's like, are you sure? I was like, I literally sleep on my acupressure mat.
It kind of looked hot and like very comforting.
It was amazing. And he was wonderful too.
How did it feel?
It was like like, do you have you ever cold plunged?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how it kind of like hurts, but then after you're like, it feels good. It's like that. It's kind of that sharp pain, but it's like, it quiets my mind because my mind is going 1 billion miles an hour. So when I'm experiencing pain, like a sharp pain like that, that's intentional, my brain gets quiet and I relax, and then I can actually focus on my pleasure.
Yeah.
So it was, and he was really cute. He didn't even work there. By the way,
he just had his like little thing and just brought
his little briefcase of like electric toys. Because afterwards,
there was just like this one corner.
Yeah, he like took the couch. He's like, "This is mine," and I was like, "Well, when you're done working, like we should play." He's like, "I don't work here." I was like, "Oh,
I'm on a station. This is what I do."
I was like, "Okay, cool, let's play."
Yeah.
But he had like an insert too, and he was like, "I haven't used the insert before," and so he was electrocuting the inside of my pussy and fucking me with it, while my Brian was using the magic wand on my clit, and I came.
Whoa.
It was magic. And it was really fun because it was like my best friend and this new guy who I thought was hot, and the electricity, and I love being watched doing anything.
Yeah.
So I was in heaven.
Wow. Wait, so who else did you play with? So you played with the hypnotist guy. You got electrocuted. Brian
I played with the electric guy.
A wand thing on your pussy.
Hypnotist. Brian on my pussy. Made out with Ray.
Okay. I did see him at one point when we were outside. The party that hasn't even really started yet, but I did see you like suck on his nipple and your tits were out.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what's happening? And like this is the beginning of the party. Like no one's fucking yet. So I'm just like, I was like, what's happening? And I'm like,
no, sounds about
and
right.
I just see like your boobs out. I was like, okay.
I literally just ache for it. I just want to be naked. I feel free, you know? And I think it's really cute when men like to get their nipples licked because it's like 50-50. Some guys are like, I could take it or leave it. And when guys are like, I really like it.
I know. I was like, how did I get there?
I think I showed him my boobs and then he was like touching them. And then I was like touching his boobs, I guess, and just touching it. And I just got to his nipples and I was like, do you like your nipples touched? He's like, I do. I was like, do you like them licked? He's like, I do. I was like, would you like it if I tried it?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And so I like licked his nipple for a bit and it was cute. We made out and like embraced and it was really fun.
Yeah.
Who else did I play? It was so funny because I got home and I was like, I'm missing 2 people. I don't think I played with any girls, and I can't think of any other guys that I played with. It might have just been electric, hypnotist, Brian, and then some kissing from Ray. I know that. That's not true. I sucked another one of my guy's friends' dicks who was taking Trimix. Do you know what Trimix is?
No.
It's an injection. I know. It's an injection that they put in their dick. And it's like instant hard on.
Oh, shit.
So a lot of porn stars use it. People at parties will use it if they're like, emergency, I need this to work now.
Yeah.
And so I was helping my friend in the bathroom because he has to be hard in order to take a shot. And we're good friends. So I was like, I'll suck your dick, get you hard. Dang. And then I did it for him because he was like, I can't look.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was another thing too, is like what I love about play parties is how normalized all of this is. And I think that's like, I mean, that's the best part. That's the whole point of this. I think the downside for me, and maybe this is just because it's my second time, is that it's almost like it's so normal that it doesn't make me horny.
Like the taboo is it's already kind of gone.
Yeah, like, I mean, because wasn't like turned on looking at or watching anybody. And I'm like wondering why that is.
Well, what turns you on besides cucking? Okay, if you watch Brian at a party, would that turn you on?
Yes.
Okay.
1000%. I think that would definitely do it. I think connection turns me on. I don't know.
Well, there's plenty of opportunities for connection if you're in the mood for that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, okay.
and the more you come around, you're going to start seeing a lot of the same people, and that's going to be when it happens.
I think for sure. I think, again, it's too soon to say what turns me on at a play party because I think I'm more like just observant. And also I think hyper focused on what what's right and what's wrong in the moment. Almost like, can I look, can I not? Or
right.
Like,
well, the first party I took you to, there was a gentleman who's a friend of mine when we were standing in the doorway and we're watching people and you and I are just having like a casual, we weren't loud or anything. And he's like, can you guys not talk in the doorway?
Yeah. He like physically moved us.
Yeah. Which was annoying.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to give you a complex because that's not a thing. The only time you have to ask someone if you're watching is if you're as close as I am to the mic.
Yeah.
You know, if
when
you're
it's like you're literally in their business.
Exactly.
Like we weren't in anyone's way.
No. If you're at a party, people are fucking, they know they're going to be watched and a lot of them like it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't have to worry about that. As long as you're like, hey, can I touch you before you do anything? You're not going to do anything wrong.
One thing I did see is a pregnant lady.
I saw that too. That you'll see him. That's
I'm
not
like, look, the baby ain't here yet.
Right.
You know?
That's not the first,
and she was like having
time.
a threesome.
Get it, girl.
And she was fucking pregnant. I was like, hell yes.
Hell yeah.
And then and one of the funniest parts of the night is everyone in that front living room to the left was like, everyone in that room was fucking. And Michael decides to walk in with the fucking megaphone.
Oh my God.
And say, hey, if you guys parked to the right of the garage, and everyone just like jumped.
Everyone jumped up because also I was so confused. I was like, okay, so when I pull out to the right,
I know.
or when you get here to the right, where am I looking when you're saying right?
I was so confused.
I was so confused too. I think everyone was confused. Everybody stopped. Everybody was like,
everyone's just naked and just has like a dick in their mouth, being like, wait, what? Do I need to go?
Yeah, they're gonna start doing valet.
Okay.
So that's not going to be a problem anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, that stressed me out too. But he was walking around with that megaphone for quite a while.
Walking into
and someone said, can someone shut Michael up and put his dick in their mouth?
Yeah,
like, can someone shut him up, please? Jesus. My Brian said the same thing. He was like, honestly, because he was kind of like not in the mood to really play or anything. And Brian was like, and then the second that Michael got on the megaphone, I was like, I'm going to get out of here. But also, like, how else is he going to, like, he's going to, like, tap everyone on the shoulder to be like,
that's
hey.
true. Like, you had to do what you had to do.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
It's just really funny.
It was funny.
It was really funny to see that happen, and everyone just kind of jump up, and we're like, oh my God.
Everyone comes to real quick.
Right. So it to me, I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, you have to do what you have to do, but it is kind of absurd.
Also, I wanted to ask you, because I literally didn't think about it until like days later. And I was naked in the pool when you and Brian came out. I was naked, and I was like, days later, I went, was that weird?
Oh my God, no.
No, right? Okay.
I totally forgot that happened.
Okay,
too,
I didn't know if that was like a thing. It just hit me later, and I was like, is it weird? I don't know.
Everyone was naked.
I know, you're right. I think I just get like so.
You're like overthought the situation.
I do.
Wait, did I? Yeah.
Especially for people that I'm like bringing in.
Oh,
that
no,
I'm
I did not think it was weird at all.
Okay,
at that point, I already saw your tits.
True.
You know?
Yeah, I guess
and
you didn't.
I don't know why I wasn't like phased by the fact that you were like naked in the pool.
Okay.
I just felt bad because you were like, come on, like jump in. I was just like, I don't want to deal with getting wet. You know what I mean?
I like dried myself with like a wet towel.
Yeah.
Like it was, I get it. And then I didn't see you after that because I got up because I was like, okay, it's time for me to leave. And then I went to look
I was rolling at this point. So I was in a different fucking world.
Where'd you go after the pool when you came out?
I think just like walked around the house. I think we went to another place in the house. Was that the last time I saw you? Was when you were naked in the pool?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Everything's the little pieces because we didn't get to say bye.
Irish goodbye parties, or else I would take forever, right? But I looked for you guys.
Yeah.
And I looked around. I went into every room.
We were looking for you too.
I guarantee you were doing some of
we
this.
were probably like.
And so I think we left around the same time. But
yeah. Because we did leave pretty shortly after. Maybe we like stayed a little bit longer
Mhm.
because we went to like the front room and we're like hanging out in the front room. And that was the thing. Like, I also felt like we were in the way a lot because at this point of the night, everybody was fucking. So like, there wasn't really like a place to
like chill.
To chill,
Yeah.
you know. So I think that was like our cue to go. But I mean, other than that, we didn't care. We still had a great time. Just
Did you go to the deprivation room?
no.
Okay, I also like forgot about it entirely.
Yeah.
There was a basement in this house that I didn't know about.
What?
Yeah. And there was like a line of people, but I thought it was a line to the bathroom.
Okay, I did see that line. I thought that was a line to the bathroom too.
It was to the basement, and they would bring like 25 to 30 people at a time. And this is what's funny is Michael and I have like, we both love dark humor. So if I ever show a TikTok to my husband and he's like, oh God, then I know it's perfect for Michael. And I sent him this TikTok like a month or two ago, and it was if Helen Keller, if there was like a Helen Keller Broadway show, and it was just this girl on stage. She's like, oh, just like walking back and forth. And I thought it was so fucking funny. And I made a joke to him at like a party the next week. And I was like, yeah, what if there was like a Helen Keller themed play party? Ha ha ha. And then like 2 days later, he's like, joke's on you. We're doing this. We're going to have a deprivation room where you have blindfolds on and like earplugs, and you're just kind of feeling around, and you're just kind of touching people and feeling. You don't know who you're touching, who you're feeling, or anything like that. And of course, everybody that goes in there, it's consensual, that like you're good to touch and anything like that. And I heard from a lot of people that was their favorite part. They were,
really?
Yeah, like Andy and Ray, when they did it, they're like, I could have taken it or left it, and then we did it. And Andy was like, I could feel people's energies in their hands, and it was like really cool.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting it. So I thought,
didn't even know that was even a thing.
I forgot. Like there was a couple stations and things that I missed because like I was there for 8 hours, but I still like didn't get to all of it.
Yeah. I think at one point, like, we were rolling so hard that all we wanted to do, me and Rachel, all we wanted to do was just like cuddle next to each other and sit there and just have deep conversations.
Yeah, I sat with you guys for like an hour and a half, and we're just like we're like holding hands and cuddling and talking.
Time. Like I feel like, you know, even though I didn't do anything like physical, whatever, or have sex with anyone, it was just like I felt really good to just like connect.
Yeah,
you know, like with you and with Rachel and Ian and Brian and like everyone that I met at the party and.
Because everyone's going in there vulnerable. Like,
so vulnerable.
I'm in my most vulnerable state, looking at you, talking to you in your most vulnerable state, and we're not talking about the weather.
No, we're not talking about the weather, and someone's getting fisted right behind you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's like I had this like mental picture that I took that I was like, I hope that one day I could use this for something. Just like, I don't know what, like maybe one day if I ever fucking film a fucking movie or something, like I could put this like cinematic like memory like picture that I took in my head. But I remember just sitting on the couch, and that room is like red lit with like the LED lights, and it's very dark and dim in there. But, you know, I'm rolling. Who's Ethan? Ian is sitting on the floor like facing like me and Rachel. And, you know, Ian is, like I said, very wholesome. It was just like very sweet, having like we're having very like heart to heart conversations. Meanwhile, like, you know, behind him is just like a plethora of just different types of positions. There's like a threesome that's happening next to him. There's someone getting like fucking eaten out and she's moaning her brains off. There's to the left someone's getting fucking fisted, and then like you know, there's like all this every sex position that you could think of was just happening right behind him. And I just felt like that was just so funny to see, and maybe because I was also on drugs too, that made it even more amplified. But I was like, that is funny.
Yeah.
Like, and hilarious. And it's just like the sounds too that were happening, you know, while we're like having deep conversations, like, who's your favorite relative? And someone's like, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. I never laugh.
It.
I laugh so much at sex parties.
Yeah.
I am laughing so much because it's light and it's funny, and I like to play.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck. Like some people just want to fuck. Like I want to play, and I want to like take little breaks to make little jokes with you after, and like it's just fun. And it's just like we stop playing when we're kids, right? We don't play like we used to. And at these parties, I can just like, I was gonna say be a kid, but that's not what I meant to say. But you can just play, you know?
But like, how do you get yourself to just like want to suck someone's dick? Do you know what I mean? Or like, like, okay, yeah, let me just go like, you know, my friend is trying to get hard. Let me just like put his dick in my mouth real quick. Like, how do you get yourself into that like role or feel comfortable doing that?
Well, when it comes to like friends, right? Maybe it's not someone I'm like really fucking into, but I love them as my friend.
Right.
And if any of your friends were like, oh, I have an itch, can you scratch this? You'd be like, absolutely, it'd be my pleasure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so when they're, you know, like, oh, like I'm having a hard time getting hard, or I'm about to go home and I'd like to come, like or whatever, then I'm always down to do it. But am I ever turned
Maybe it's like, I guess maybe the deeper question to this is like, what's your relationship like with sex that's made you, I guess, very like accepting and open to this like lifestyle and to like helping your friends like scratch that itch, you know? Like, for instance, for me, I think I like grew up in such a sheltered household. Like, I had a curfew up until I was 21, Catholic, you know what I mean? Like, very strict parents. And that sex was always just like something to be scared of, or something to be ashamed of, or something that only needs to be with your husband, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it was, and I don't necessarily like agree with those things anymore, but it's like rewiring what's been programmed in me.
Oh, it's way harder to unlearn
Yes.
this. So I think it took some time, although I did fuck like 8 people at my first party because I felt liberated, right? Because I also grew up with a very strict household.
Yeah.
It was very strict. And like, I think I don't remember if I said it here, but like no one turns me on the way I turn me on, right?
Okay.
And so I'm turning me on. It's not the people I'm seeing, or usually not the things they're saying. It's not even someone could be hot, but if they make me feel like I feel like I turn like this Marilyn Monroe on, and I'm like, okay, like I have this kind of persona, and although my
like you love to feel desired.
Hard, I really do. I love to feel desired, and then I love to provide that to them after they have desired me.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, sex, I could kind of take it or leave it, but like for someone to desire me and for me to fulfill that is my kink. That's what turns me on.
Okay.
So, but yeah, although I grew up in a strict household, my mom was a Playboy model and my dad was a stripper.
Yeah.
So I also grew up, like, they gave us the sex talk early.
Yeah. See, I didn't even have the sex talk.
Ever?
Like, no.
They're just like, good luck out there.
It's like my parents, my dad's definitely avoidant, but I think when it comes to like sex and stuff like that, it's like, it's just not like even talked about. It's just like, just don't do it.
How do you learn about sex?
I mean, I think just through people, through movies, through.
Did you watch porn at a young age?
The first time I watched porn was probably like middle school.
Okay.
But it wasn't like to get off. It was just like me and my friends being like, you know, at a sleepover, like, oh my God, let's see what this looks like. You know, like stuff like that.
Was that your first time like seeing actual private parts going into each other, like stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think, I remember being confused. I don't know how old I was because I didn't realize that like the penis goes into a hole. Like, I know that sounds, or like, okay, I knew it did, but I didn't realize where the hole was.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought it was just kind of like in between like you just go in between my legs versus going in the hole. In the hole. So it was like, I don't know.
I thought boys would pee in you.
Really?
Yeah, for like longer than I'd like to admit. So I thought
I just
that
figured
for a
out
while.
last year that actually is not this.
I actually want someone to pee in me. I think that'd be hot.
I feel like you could probably find someone who
I
could
think
do
I
that.
could.
Yeah,
I think I could. I have another partner, and we were talking about it not that long ago. And I was like, I think it'd be hot. He's like, I literally just did it with my other partner the other day. Like, I would love to, because at first I was like, what do they call it? Waterworks or like pee play or whatever. I was like, that's disgusting. But there's something that's kind of hot about like a little bit of like that degradation about it. That's like, you dirty slut. Like, I'm just gonna pee on you.
I love being a dirty slut.
You worthless little
I don't know
slut.
if I'm into pee things.
Give it time.
I'm not like against it, but I'm like, I haven't been turned on by it yet.
Right.
But I could see why people like it.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who likes to be degraded too and treated like shit in bed, I could get it.
Are you usually submissive? Like, are you like a submissive?
I think so, but I think I could kind of. I think I could sometimes tap into a little bit of dominant. Actually, no. I think I'm more sub.
I think you'd be a fun dom though. I think you'd be a fun dom because like I'm a switch.
Yeah.
Right. So I can get really submissive. The only time I've actually gone into true sub space, which is like a mental thing, it's like a meditation, is with my dom, who's a professional, and I see him like quarterly, and that's the only time I've been in sub space. Because it's kind of hard with my husband because like we just like been through so much together, and like we tried, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just can't really get there yet. But my dom is gonna train my husband on being a dom, and they're gonna use me as a prop. So my dom is gonna be like, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do this, and I'm just gonna take it all. It's gonna be super fun. But when it comes to me and what I'd like to dom is, I'm very much like a kind of a fairy dom, where I'm like, get on your knees, you know, like I'm gonna hit you with my car.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, like have you seen House of a Thousand Corpses with like the Rob Zombie film? Oh man, well, there's a woman in it who kind of has that energy where she's kind of like this ditzy blonde, and she's like, but she's like killing people. That's me. Yeah, like
1000%.
I live for that.
I love a fairy dom. Fairy dom is perfectly.
It's like the perfect way to describe me.
Yeah. I totally understand.
Yeah. So, but I also I'll go deeper, and I've had a scene with someone before where, and I loved this, and I haven't found anyone who wants to go this far with me. So if you guys are listening, slide into the DMs. I like to psychologically fuck with men.
How so?
So me and this other gentleman, we were like emailing back and forth for like a month about how does he want to feel? Like, what are his boundaries? What are his safe words? Are there any traumas in his life that I should be made aware of? And we went through the whole thing for a while, and he was like, he's been in the lifestyle for a long time. He's like, I don't have a safe word. I was like, well, then I'm not doing it. You need a fucking safe word, which he ended up using. And he was like, it'll feel successful for me if at any point in the night I wish I didn't come here. He's like, I want to wish that I didn't sign up for this. He
wants to be scared.
He wants to be scared.
Yeah.
And he like, some people know who he is, and so he didn't want any pictures or videos taken. That was one of his boundaries.
Yeah. And
of course, I didn't cross any of his boundaries, right? But I pretended that I did, because I know that he wants to be scared.
Yeah.
And so I had OnlyFans at the time, so I pretended to go on live. And I like said his name, and he's tied up from each corner of the bed, tied up, blindfold, ball gag. He couldn't do anything, so I could see him being like, and I was like, oh my God, shut up. Like, why are you talking? This is insane. What? And and I could just see him just like crawling. He's like, please stop. And he's like, he did something. I took the ball gag out of his mouth, and he's like, I have to pee. And I was like, that sucks. That sucks for you. And he's like, please, can you just untie me real quick? I'm going to pee. I'll be right back. I was like, no. So I was like, say the code word. Say your safe word. He's like, please don't make me say it. Because he prides himself on like, I don't need a safe word. He's like, please don't make me say it. I was like, then you're fucking staying there. And you're going to pee in the bed like a little bitch.
Whoa!
And he was like, please don't. So I go into the kitchen, I grab a cup, and I put his dick in it, and I went, pee. And he was like, I really don't want to. So he ended up saying the word, and I went, okay. and I untied him.
Wow.
Oh, I also had 6 of my girlfriends come over. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm sharing all this.
Yeah.
I had 6 of my girlfriends come over and we're like feeding him Viagra and all just like doing whatever we fucking wanted to him and like slapping him around. And some of us are like ordering Uber Eats in the backyard. Someone's, smoking a joint outside. And like all 6 of us were just kind of taking turns just humiliating him and having sex with him and riding him and all this stuff. And then at the very end, he was untied and we all just like cuddled and talked and it was wonderful. It was a great experience for everyone all around. Yeah.
Wait, that is pretty fucking wild.
I want to scare someone.
Yeah.
I want to get into their head.
Yeah.
Consensually.
Consensually, for fun.
Right. But I say this out loud and 99.9% of the people are like, you should be committed.
But at least you're putting it in a place where it's safe and consensual and you're not actually like doing any crime.
Right.
Right. So you're just playing the role.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've been playing with my
dom. I don't know if
self.
like that. I mean, never say never. Again, never say never. But like to be a dom for me, I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of the times where I felt like maybe I was dominant, but it'd be like, like I would just tell Brian to just like relax, and then I just like do all the work.
So that's a top.
Okay.
So this is a common misconception.
Okay, I'm gonna say because I was like, I don't feel dominant, but I feel like I'm more submissive because I'm kind of nurturing.
A lot of men, especially, will call themselves doms.
Yeah,
but they're not trained. They're not doing the protocols that are required for a proper scene. They're just tops because they want to be in control. So they're moving you around and they're doing all the stuff to you. So you can top Brian, but a dom, it's a power play. It's an energy exchange. So it's a power thing. So there are times where I've met with my dom where we didn't have sex. I didn't suck his dick. Like it was all just like a power thing. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And nothing has cured my trauma like BDSM has. Nothing. I did EMDR. I told you I was like held hostage at gunpoint and like he recreated the scene for me and in a place where I had no control, yet I had all the control. Yeah. Right? So I was able to relive that situation and I felt fucking cured from it.
Wow.
Like no therapy for 15 years did what one scene with my dom did for trauma.
Dang. Yeah. Sometimes exposure therapy,
it works, dude.
It works. And sometimes you don't actually really want to be exposed. You kind of have to like do it in a way where it feels almost like the real thing, but it's not, He was tying me up to a chair just like that other guy did. He was pretending to put like a gun to my head. I mean, and this was all discussed prior, right? Yeah. And what's precious too is this was probably like the third time. Did you even have sex?
I don't remember if we had sex that time or not.
Okay. Usually you just played it out and there was like no sex.
Yeah, okay, bye. We usually have sex at the very end for like a little bit. But there was that time, it was like the second or third time I had seen him and we discussed all this and he had tied me up, all this, and then he just unties me. And I went, what happened? He goes, you're triggered. And I went, no, I'm okay. And then my whole body went, and I went, oh my God. And I started like sweating. I was like, how did you know that? And he's like, I just know.
Wow.
Pro dom. That's a pro fucking dom. So,
so it's like there's a difference. It's not just like, oh, I'm telling you what to do.
No, it's a power thing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And you have to be like, kind of. It's an art.
It's an art.
It's not just like you trying to have you just being bossy in bed.
No. Which is fun, but that's not BDSM.
Yeah.
Because I thought BDSM was about pain, and I didn't think I loved pain.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's not that at all. And when you're in a submissive space like that, and you truly trust the person that's doing these acts on you, it's so pleasurable.
It like turns me on more thinking to be a sub than like being like someone who's dominating. Like, I think that sounds more hot to me than anything else.
Yeah.
I think Brian would definitely like be more of a dom for sure.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that for sure. And there's like books and courses and stuff that you can do, or if he is interested, I could always introduce him to some pro doms because like I have met so many men in this space that call them like, I'm a professional dom, but then I'll watch them and I'm like, you shouldn't be doing a scene with a brand new person at a party. Like you guys need to talk beforehand. Like it's work. Like emails back and forth and like questions and like interviewing each other.
Yeah.
And you have to have that safety in order to go into a proper subspace for me.
Right. Communication's key.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I know we probably have to wrap up. I feel like we've been talking forever. But real quick, how was it for you and Brian when you got back? Was it like...
Oh, we had sex.
Yes.
Immediately right away.
Okay.
And I knocked the fuck out. I literally was out tired.
Have you guys talked about the party more? Or like, does it still kind of like get you like excited, or like has it done anything for y'all's sexual relationship? I know it's only been like a couple days, but
yeah. No. I think that's all very valid. I think it's still very new, so it's really like hard to say, because I think especially for him it was like his first time, so it was just very more observant. And I think we're both on the same page of where it's like, I don't know, we're kind of just have no expectations. Like maybe there might be a time where we want to play, or maybe there won't be a time where we ever want to play. We don't know.
Yeah,
what
so
that
there are
looks
some
like
couples
yet.
that don't. They either only play with each other or they don't play at all,
Right.
and they get turned on at the party, and then they go home and they have those types of experiences.
Yeah.
And there are some people that will go to a party one time and that will just kind of rev them up for a fucking year.
Right.
You know, to be like,
right.
remember that time when we saw that? And it's like, oh yeah, oh God, I can't imagine it. Like, you just like the ideas of it can turn you on.
He did like bring up, I think actually yesterday, where he was like, maybe one day like we could like play at a party, like, because we have one of those vibrators where the remote control.
Oh yeah.
So he's like, maybe we'll do, because I love my vibrators.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe we'll like do that. Like maybe, so I think he's more open to the idea of like us playing together at a party versus like, and I think maybe eventually someone else, but I it seems like he's more leaning towards like, maybe one day we could do it together.
Absolutely.
You know? So,
slow and steady is always better here.
Exactly. And I just rather like just see how I feel every time, and never just, I don't want to like promise him anything like, yeah, I'm going to suck your dick in front of a fucking crowd. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't know yet. Like, I love the idea and I think it's super hot, but I'm like, it's hot right now.
You'll know the right time.
Exactly.
You will absolutely know. There will be no question. It's going to feel right for both of you.
Yes.
Or maybe it won't ever feel right, and you go to a couple parties and you just relax and vibe and chill and make some new cool friends.
And that's the thing. I was like, I definitely would go again because I love the community and I love just making friends with people and even getting closer to you. Like, I just loved bonding with you. And like,
that was honestly like my favorite
that
part.
was my favorite
like,
part.
we just like sat on the couch for like an hour and a half,
Favorite
just
part.
like talking about like not even sex stuff. We're just talking about life and
our families
and
relatives.
I mean, those are like usually my major highlights more than playing, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think I love just the freeness of the environment. So I think that, you know, and I also love the fact that you don't have your phone with you. And for someone like, I'm very addicted to my phone, and also in like social settings, it can be really nerve-wracking to not have your phone. So you have to be very present. And I did really like that element because I think it did help me become like very present in that way, and to like connect with people. And
because if I'm feeling awkward, I'm like, I'm going to check my Instagram again.
Right.
Like, I don't, you know.
Or you just stand there like just scrolling, but it's, no, instead you could just
there's
make
been
friends
times
with a guy that's just,
I'm very much known for like, I will just find a couch and eat a quesadilla and just watch and just sit by myself. Like, that was at the last pool party I went to a month ago. Like, I was just on the couch eating quesadillas for an hour and just by myself. And everything. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just like chilling. I feel like it's helped me with my social anxiety in general, is going to play parties.
I love that.
Because I am present, and I'm not.
And no one else has their phone, so
no one else
just
has
be
their
looking
phone.
down and
right. And no one is looking at you going, she looks awkward because she's not talking to anybody. Like, no one's doing that because there's so much more to look at.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I actually have more fun at these parties versus like, I've been to like very like Hollywood celebrity influencer parties before. Like, I've been to a ton, and those are the absolute fucking worst.
Really?
Absolute worst.
Why?
The phone element is one thing, and there's just like just feels very like LA Hollywood, in a sense of like people are just trying to like prove something, or it's like networking and you don't really know why people are talking to you, and they could be just talking to you for the wrong reasons. And although there is a lot of networking that happens at these sex parties, but it's because of the environment and because it's so free. It doesn't feel like someone's just trying to get something from you. And I think
Right.
the whole factor of like the consent and being like respectful towards each other, I think is like really implemented too.
Mhm.
So you feel that, and people are just generally just excited to just be in this environment together, you know,
Mhm.
versus like Hollywood, LA parties where it's like they're just trying to be seen.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
What can you do for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And trying to be seen, taking photos with whatever, you know? So
Mhm.
it's just, it's very like calculated, I think. That's what it is.
Right. I would imagine that I would fucking hate that too.
Yeah.
That,
And
'cause I hate small talk.
Yeah.
And I
That's
feel like
the thing. It's just a bunch of small talk. Like, oh my God, what do you do? And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I want to talk about like who your fucking favorite relative is.
Right.
And who fucking hurt you, bitch.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's and I love that this environment was just very much that.
Yeah.
So I would say like I definitely would go to plenty more sex parties.
Good.
Even if I don't play. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just for the fact of like meeting people and having a good time and
Mhm.
just yeah.
There's
So.
another one I want to take you to. It's female led.
Yes.
Have you heard of Sophia Domina?
No.
Okay, so she's a professional dom, and she's amazing.
Okay.
And so it's female led, and there's more women there. Sometimes she just has only female parties,
Yeah.
and she'll have it at her house, and the girls will like give each other baths and like wash each other's hair and just like love on each other.
That was another thing too. It was like me and Rachel really wanted to go to the Goddess Garden, but
I forgot about it.
I know
it was
we
hidden.
were rolling into the couch.
Yeah, y'all were not getting up. I was like, you guys were in
And
the pool. You guys were melted.
We
it
were
wasn't
melted,
happening.
and she was like, "Can I cuddle with you? I promise I'm not trying to have sex." So I was like,
Oh
"No,
my
it's fine." Like, because she's like, "I
God.
know you don't like PDA," and I was like, "It's fine." I was
She
like,
kept grabbing my hand. She's like, I have to hold your hand. Sorry,
Yeah.
you just like can't take. You have to stop taking your hand away.
And then she kept telling like Brian and Ian what to do. And she's like, "Those are our errands.
My errand boys,
The
you go
errand-
there. You go there.
Go grab the drugs.
Uh-huh.
Go get me water." And she's like, "I just want to be here with Steph." It was the best. I had
It
a good
was
time.
so fun. Yeah, I'm gonna invite you to more. I think Sophia's is coming up in the next couple weeks. I'll send you info. But
Okay.
like, there's a couple other events I
Yeah.
want to bring you to, and even a couple that are not the produced events, and just so you can kind of get the difference.
I want to experience all of them.
Love that.
So I'm here for it.
Good. I'm gonna keep inviting you.
Bitch,
Get
please
used
keep
to
inviting me.
it.
Get used to it.
Get used to it.
Please.
I swear to God, if I lived here, I would be at your door every day. I straight the
I
fuck
was gonna
up.
say like I want to just hang out.
I know.
Let's
I
just
guess
hang out.
halfway would be like Long Beach or like Costa Mesa or something,
I do like Long Beach, but Long Beach is pretty.
or
We'll figure
somewhere
it
else.
out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we're gonna hang out.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out. So, but anyways, want to plug yourself? Any last words?
Oh.
Maybe is there maybe anything else at the party that you want to like talk about and mention, or like any questions?
I know the second that we stop rolling, I'm gonna be like, oh,
I
there was this thing.
know. Did Brian and his wife play? I didn't see them.
Yeah, I think they played a little bit. They were at another play party before that, like a pool party.
Yeah,
So I think they were a little played out. And they played a little bit, but there were so many people. And this was like a mansion, right? This was
Yeah.
a fucking mansion, 7 acres. It was huge. And every room, there was lots of people fucking, so much so that at the end of the night, Brian and his wife were like, there was like nowhere for us to
There
even
was
lay
nowhere.
down.
Literally, there was nowhere
Yeah.
left. Even for us to sit. That's why we're like, we should just go because I think we're taking up room.
Don't ever think that, by the way.
Okay.
Don't
okay,
ever think
we're
that.
just in our heads.
You're way in your head.
Yeah.
No one at that party is looking around being like, these stupid sluts just sitting here
And
just
not fucking?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. And we also made friends with your friend who's Paulie.
Which one?
Oh, but he had a wife, but his wife wasn't there. But he didn't end up.
Oh,
it was his first
yes.
party.
It was his first party too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his
Yeah.
partner reached out to me in our Discord server. Are you in my Discord server yet?
I am, but I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she had reached out to me and she's like, my partner is going to be going. It's his first party. And I was like, give him my number. So I sent him like I like made this whole spreadsheet, like Google Docs pages, packing lists. And I sent that over to him and I was like, this is what I look like. Come find me. And so we kind of
Okay, so it was like the first
that
time
was
you
the
guys.
first time time.
Wow.
That we had like met and even like really had a conversation. And it was great because he stayed like the whole night
He
too.
did. I know he was hanging out with us for a good part of the night.
Yeah.
And at one point I don't know where he went, but we were just laughing because we're like, he was probably trying to like, not trying to fuck, but it was just kind of like we weren't gonna do anything. So he's probably just like, okay, I need to go find people who are actually gonna go do stuff, because we were like just not gonna fuck, none of us.
I thought he was super cute. I probably would have, but like he sat next to me, and this was towards the end, and I was like, have you played with anyone? It's your first party. Have you played? And he's like, no, I haven't. And he's kind of looking around, and I could tell that he was maybe about to ask me. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done for the night. I'm just like, before he even asked, I'm like, no. But no, like he was cute. I thought he was cute. But yeah, I just love newbies. I love him.
There was one part where it was beginning of the party. We're at the bar, and this guy comes up to Rachel, and obviously he's interested. But I think we at this moment again, we don't realize, we keep forgetting we're at a sex party, right? And he introduces himself, but he tells Rachel like, I'm excited to connect with you later. And she's like, yeah, totally. And then Ian's like, wait, you shouldn't be telling people that, because they're going to think that like connecting means you're down to like fuck.
Not always.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
There's plenty of people that I see in the beginning of parties that I'm like, I'd love to connect later.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means sexually, and sometimes that's like, I just want to vibe and just get to know you more. So no, it's never.
So I was like,
and even if she had said, yeah, I'm going to suck your dick later, dude, that doesn't mean anything. She doesn't no.
Okay.
At all, ever,
We were like overthinking that, like that situation. We're like, oh, I guess we are at a sex party, so we shouldn't just tell people we want to connect if we're not going to fuck.
No, connection is different. It can look like a lot of things. So usually it's like, I'm looking forward to connecting with you later. It's like, if I see you like around later, like, hey, how are you? Are you having fun? Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Plug it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So follow the Unmasked Project on Instagram. I think our handles are all fucking over the place because I'm trying to get us like the same handle on everything, which whatever. I think now it's the Unmasked _project on Instagram, the Unmasked Project, all one word, on TikTok. We talk about not just non-monogamy in general, but just unmasking just the taboos of life in general. We talk about like mental health, substance abuse, family stuff, and just kind of like what me and my co-host Brian are going through in the moment. We get really vulnerable, really deep. And yeah, slide into my DMs.
Say hi. Aw, and you guys follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brocotherapy.com. Y'all know what it is. All that shit is there. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Yes.
Broke girl therapy.